Hey everybody, welcome back to Art with M. I am not drawing a pretty person today. I am drawing a plant. I really love plants. I have a lot of succulents and I dug myself a garden in my backyard and I have herbs and flowers and all kinds of stuff. I haven't been able to take care of them as much as I'd want to because of, the joint pain and the having to get the surgery and fun stuff, but hopefully I can give them a little more care come next spring and in the following months from now. But today I'm drawing a flower that I don't actually have, but I would like to have. I'm drawing a sunflower. I actually didn't plan to draw a sunflower or a flower at all. I actually drew some human thumbnails posing. What words am I saying? I actually drew some thumbnails for human poses on the side of the page. It's kind of off camera right now, or maybe it's visible. It's very light, so it's hard to see. But I decided I wasn't feeling any of the poses I was drawing. So anyway, I wanted to practice with my markers. I'm using my Prismacolor markers that I've had for years and really haven't used as much as I like to. I decided to pick some colors that I thought looked nice together. I started by picking out some kind of ochres and, these more muted yellows. You can see all my swatches at the bottom left. And then I picked some blues, which I ended up not actually using for this illustration, but I picked that to complement the yellow, the yellows and oranges. And then I decided that the colors I picked kind of were perfect for a drawing of a sunflower. And so of course I had to supplement the yellows I picked with some darker oranges and some greens and browns for the center and just built it up as I went. I just pulled up a Google image search of sunflowers when sketching this out. So I used reference, but I didn't reference any one specific sunflower, so this is both from reference and from imagination. This particular sunflower does not exist in a photo, but it was created by looking at a bunch of photos, and I'm sure it's not, anatomically correct or anything, but I had a lot of fun using what I know about drawing flowers to make this flower. A while back, a couple months ago, I think this past summer, I specifically sought out a tutorial on how to draw leaves and petals and stuff like that, and so it was really fun when I was sketching this to draw out the lines of each petal, turning and curving back in space and twisting a little bit at the ends of some of the petals. And I had a lot of fun pushing those lines and making sure there was some depth to the center of the flower and that the petals curved out and around the base of the head of the flower, and just I used what I knew from that tutorial and what I was seeing in the images to make a very realistic or a semi-realistic imaginary sunflower from the references that I found. But I was really proud of how this came out, especially considering I went into it not planning to draw this or really anything in particular. I wasn't really feeling anything particular by way of inspiration. I am really proud of how it came out. I think my color choices were pretty good, and I really liked the darkness between the leaves and, not the leaves, but the petals, where there's shadow where they just barely touch up against each other like I'm drawing right now. And I ended up going back over the stem with some light colored pencils to lighten it up and give it that there's these fuzzy hairs on sunflower stalks. They're kind of itchy and weird, but they make it look kind of white or whiter than just a pure grassy green. So I tried to lighten it up with that, but by putting the colored pencil over it, I hope to get that sort of, you're seeing through these light hairs and into the actual green, dark green color of the stem. I wasn't going for pure realism, obviously, but I did really like how this came out. I actually ended up not using the blue that I picked originally. I actually went back a day later to finish it up and add the blue as the sky background. So I'll have both versions, both the original finished version, or what I thought was finished, and then what I did a day later to add a sort of background. It's very just one single flat color, but it still counts as a background, right? Anyway, that's all I have to say about this illustration. I'd like to end the video by asking, what are your favorite flowers or your favorite plants if you don't like flowers? Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.